guess it's a practice run. It's a chance for me to hear my voice, see how this is really going to turn out. It won't always be this somber. It won't always be this dark. But in this moment, I feel like I'm a ray of sunshine. there's there's not a cloud in my sky. Last Thursday, I had the strangest, most exciting, most scary, most amazing feeling I've ever had in my life. And every day that I wake up and I'm alive, well, of course I wake up. I don't think you wake up dead, but every day that I've woken up since, it's just been. It was fun being without a child. I will admit that. Um, a few minutes away from fatherhood. Still can't believe it. Monday night was an adventure because no one knew what was going on. It was scary. That was the scary part. No one could tell what was going on. And it was terrifying. But at the same time, there wasn't a tragedy unfolding. And we're gonna do. It's gonna be good, all right? We're gonna do it. I got home at about 5:30, a little bit earlier than the time I usually get home. I guess the Atlanta traffic wasn't as bad as it usually is, and apparently I had missed text messages from my mom, missed texts, a phone call from my dad, and worst of all, I missed a text message from my wife. Tiff was having contractions, and we were just clearing 30 weeks, and it was kind of weird, but at the same time we kind of didn't think they were contractions. We just thought it was Braxton Hicks, and that this would go away. But the look on my wife's face when I came around the corner into the house, the fact that my sister was there, and the expression my wife gave me was one of, I wouldn't say concern, but one of just uneasiness. She had that face before with our first child, and oddly enough, the only thing I could think of at that point in time was the worst. Whereas in this situation, it never crossed my mind. More so because we had our own little security. We had a Doppler given to us by a friend, and it kind of helped. I won't only say it kind of helped. It helped royally. I knew at that moment in time that, well, my child is still here. He's still with us. It ain't my wife's heartbeat beating at 160 beats a minute. So if it is, then yeah, we really have a problem. We need to really get to the hospital. After a little bit of speculation, she just went ahead and said, we need to go to the hospital. And I told my wife after our first loss that if she said we needed to go, there was no question about it. We were heading out the door. We were going. That little bit of regret stayed with me for so long with our first loss that, I wanted my wife to be tough. wanted her to really hold on to the strength that her mother and her father had. Or should I say have, because they're some strong individuals. I wanted her to be like them. And, if it was a little bit of pain, just hang on, just take it a little bit. You'll get over it. You'll outlast it. The first time around, though, that pain was something neither one of us could really do anything about. Things had already come to the worst long before we were even able to recognize it or do anything about it. This particular time was a whirlwind because here it is, she's doing it again. But I'm not sure why. Because there's still a heartbeat. Either way, we get to the hospital and the agony begins because I don't know if you've ever been to an ER before, but at a certain time of day, the ER is the worst place you want to be. It's the last place you want to be. In fact, for the majority of your life, the ER is the last place you want to be unless you absolutely need to be there. But this particular time was just so weird because, I'm used to my ER being packed and people having to wait because it's packed. This ER is quiet. There's no one there. We're both just sitting there like, what the why are we just sitting here? Every 5 minutes, she's having contractions. In my head, oh my God, we're going to have this baby right here in the waiting room.
It's all his fault.